Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is October 18th, 0720. Today's video is going to be a little different. I'm just going to shoot it from the hip. One thing I want to touch on is discharges. If you got a bad discharge, or, one that you don't like necessarily, there's ways to appeal that. There's ways to get that changed. I know it's a pain in the ass, but it can be done. If you're like me and you don't think you deserve it necessarily, then hey, just ride out with it. But I know at job interviews and at other points in time in your life, it could be hard to hand that DD-214 over to certain people. But you know what? Just remember everything that's over the top of that. So just keep that in mind. Likewise, control, something I'll touch on briefly. They teach us in the military to have control over everything. Control over yourself, control over subordinates, control over situations, control over detainees, control the tempo of the battle. But they don't teach you how to navigate out here and have control of situations out here, and that people aren't your subordinates out here. Your family, they are not your Joes. I've been so guilty of that, of trying to talk to my wife, talk to my son, talk to my daughter, like they know anything about, fast movements, loud noises go. And I see a lot of folks that I think struggle with that as well, is not understanding that out here we can't treat people the same way as we did in the service and expect to get the result that we want out of them. We are not going to control them. These civilians, they are uncontrollable. Okay, so stop trying. Just learn a way to, not saying manipulate, but I'm just saying learn a different way to communicate with said individuals, whether it be your family member, co-workers, employer, whoever that you need to keep tact with and get them to do something as well for you. Another thing is, guys and girls, I think everybody should really do an azimuth check on their life. It's the best analogy that I feel like I came up with in a long time. If you don't know where you're at on a map, you need to find two major terrain features and do intersection and resection. And where those 2 points come back to, that's your location. So you need to find something that you know is true to you, whether it be religion, whether it be family, your job, whatever grounds you, but that is real, something you can physically touch, on paper and in real life. You need to ground yourself to that one. All right, make a connection with it. You need to find another thing, whatever that is. I don't care if it's a dog. If that waking up and feeding that dog and watering that dog and walking that dog gets you up every morning, then fine. Shoot azimuth to your puppy. Find yourself. Find out where you're at in life on your map. And then the next thing you need to do, you need to figure out your route. You need to plot a point somewhere else in your life, like it's a goal, and you need to figure out a way to get there. And it's the same to find yourself. If you don't know where you're at, if you need to find out where a point is but you can't plot it, hey, shoot you another azimuth over to something else that is real, that you can touch, that you do know that you can obtain, and do the same thing again. And you need to plan it. Have a plan. Figure out a way you're going to get there. Don't beat the bush. Don't dead reckon it. You'll kill yourself. Don't try to walk straight to it if there's a swamp and a mountain in between you, when you could go to a hardball and make it easier, i.e. the VA or a friend or family member. Just pick the easiest path. Find out how long it's going to take you to get there. Find out what the distance is to it. Find out all these things about it and achieve that goal. Kill it. Crush it. And it will be hard. you know, and just hang in there, guys. But a lot of people really do need to ground themselves, though, and figure out, you know, where they are on their map of life, and figure out where they are going. And if they don't know where they're going, you know, they need to stop for a minute and really figure out what it is that's real in this world to them, what's important, and make that, you know, what leads them and what guides them in their direction of their movement and their travel. You know, guys and girls, we've lost too much and lost too many people. Families have been destroyed, you know, jobs. Oh man, we could just go on and on the things that we've lost from PTSD and from soldiers committing suicide, or veterans in general committing suicide. I really urge y'all to, you know, reach out to your battle buddy and try to talk to him. I hate that word. But reach out to your partners, man, and really try to see what they got going on, man. And if they feel like they don't want to talk, that's fine. Hit them back up in a day. You know, hit them back up in 2 days, whatever. We just hope that 2 days ain't, you know, 2 days too late. Unfortunately, that's what's weird about this is, man, you don't want to upset nobody, you don't want to piss them off, but you also don't want to go to their funeral. So, you know, these are just some random things to think about, guys. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the morning.